Hey guys, so wonderful to gather together. It's been a really long time since we've all been together like this. We've been invited to have a little visit about Mystery Alaska in the context of the NHL, the outdoor games, and the fact that they're having 2 games outside in the mountains by a lake. So it's really fun that we get to bring some of that to the conversation of the NHL. So I want to take a moment to have an opportunity for you guys to be introduced to our viewers. My name's Sean O'Byrne. I was one of the co-writers. I wrote with David
You're
Kelly.
not Mark Messier?
I
This is Mark Messier. Hi, I'm Michael Buey, Connor Banks, center, Mystery Alaska.
Jason Gray Stanford, Deputy Bobby Mikan, goaltender, Mystery Alaska.
Hey, I'm Ryan Northcott. I'm Stevie Weeks, number 11, left wing for Mystery Alaska.
Hi there, I'm Kevin Durand. I'm Adam Trelane, numéro 3, number 3 for Mystery Alaska.
I'm Adam Beach, Ben Winnetka, number 4, Mystery Alaska, baby.
Last but definitely not least, the captain of the production. Would you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jay Roach. I was the director of Mystery Alaska. One of the great experiences of my life, and it was the beginning and end of my hockey career too.
One of the great things about this team, and all of us who've played team sports know that when your team has a great year or wins the championship, there's a bond that happens. And dear Burt Reynolds, who's not here, always spoke about he witnessed a bond happening between the players and both the actor players and the hockey players of Mystery Alaska, how he said it's a very rare phenomenon that they came together. And yeah. I can say it's true because I'm feeling all this joy seeing you guys for the first time in a while. It's really good.
Yeah.
I don't know if people knew, Sean, that we made a town up there. That town was built in a meadow around a pond that we kind of kept building up the ice on. And we were trapped in that town for some number of months, including, that and Kenmore. So it really did become in 30 below weather and crazy conditions and studio breathing down our backs, all the time. It became a pretty tight bonding experience.
I'm going to bring something in here for everyone to see.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Really sketchy.
How's that, right, guys?
That's just an empty meadow, right where that was.
Yeah, and afterwards, it returned to an empty meadow. A lot like people say in their hockey careers, beginning and ending. Yeah. So did Mystery begin and end. Not the legends, though.
A couple years ago, Ryan picked me up at the airport in Calgary, and we drove out to Mystery Alaska just to see what it looked like. And it's a dog park.
It's a dog park.
It's big. There's the big pond. The pond is still there, but that's it. And you just look around and go, where'd the town go? You know?
A town where you could skate on the sidewalks and you could skate down that luge down to the
ramp
from the locker room.
Hey, you guys, so tell a few stories about that. What was it like for you when you arrived? Basically the whole introduction was meeting Jay and reading the script, and then you flew into Calgary, took a bus out to Canmore, and went out to see the set for the first time. What was that like?
I'd love to jump in on that. I'd love to jump in on that because it's an image that I will never, ever forget. And one of my fondest memories, basically, I left a place that was 70 degrees and landed in a place that was minus 20 degrees. And in Canmore, Alberta, it was. And, you would think that cold weather would take your breath away. But what took my breath away was looking at this town that had been built just for us, seeing it kind of amidst the backdrop of the Rocky Mountains, these snow-capped mountains. It was stunning. And to kind of wake up every morning, go down, whether you were in the town or on the rink or in the locker room, to kind of look out any window, or when you were skating on the pond, just to look up and see those mountains. It was spectacular. I get a little emotional even thinking about it now, but I'll never forget that image.
For me, it was arriving at a place as beautiful as Jason just described it, but then we had this ice, and most of us grew up playing hockey on lakes. We're Canadian kids who happened to get a hockey movie, which was amazing, and there was this ice that was zambonied every day. Now, if you grew up playing hockey on lakes, you had to make a new rink every time you played again. So just no shoveling the rink, clearing this thing, 360 degrees of the Rocky Mountains. It was just one of the most spectacular things I've ever been a part of.
For me, it was my first audition for a movie. I was a theater brat, and I got this movie, and I couldn't believe it. And I went from doing 8 shows a week out at the airport, doing Forever Plaid, getting paid whenever they decided that they could pay us that week, to being in a room doing a table read with, you know, all these brilliant people that I had been looking up to for so long. And every time I think about that experience, I can't help but get sentimental. And you know, as I told you, Sean, in an email, you know, like, it was, for me, it was like not only a birth into this new town of mystery, but it was a birth into the film industry, which, and I found my dream on that movie, playing hockey every day with these great dudes that I love, that became my brothers. That was also a dream. So it's got to be one of my favorite times in my entire life.
Yeah.
6 days a week playing hockey.
Yeah.
And then on the 7th day, the crew game, and we'd all go out to the crew game and play.
Yep.
I feel a lot what you feel, Kev. It's like, obviously I came literally from high school to this role. And I remember part of my audition was meeting Jay and having to go skate with Jay. And then he showed me around the production office, and he showed me storyboards of what the town was going to look like, because half of it wasn't built yet or anything like that. And then I think to see it in real life, and remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but walking around as a group, we just walked around the town one of the first nights. That was the first time I met Bert, so I'll never forget that. And just seeing the town and going, oh wow, this is for real. And just that the naivety that I had was incredible. And I think that's honestly what got me through. But yeah, just seeing it in real life, seeing the pond. It was
just so you know, Ryan, it wasn't real. Just so you know, we built that. It was like a.
What? Ryan, I still totally remember you.
It's not real.
You like me being like, oh my God, this guy's actually greener than I am, which was such an awesome blessing. I remember you were walking towards me, and you had a couple of donuts, and you had like chocolate bars stuffed in your pockets, and you had all this, and you were like, dude, it's free. And I'm like, yeah.
Ryan, were you 18? Were you 17 or 18?
I was 17. It was about, I think, halfway through production that people were like, wait, you're still in high school? I was like, yeah.
Wow.
They're like, oh no, we had to have tutors for you, and like nobody did that. It was awesome.
Can I throw in one last thing, and just a shout out to what Russell Crowe? We talked a lot about Bert, but watching Russell with you guys up there, how much your love of that sport got on him and his performance, and then how much he actually became the captain of the team, a guy from Australia who played a lot of rugby but never had skated, and like how he became the spirit of that team and that town. Wasn't that amazing? Like, I felt lucky to be part of it. And I could see you guys, he was so much of a coach to you guys all as professional actors too, but he just, I don't know, just that he really embodied that character that Sean and David cooked up, but that I'm really grateful to you guys for sort of helping him connect to the world of hockey through your love of that game.
But he also connected us to our characters too.
Yeah.
Because I remember I showed up to the dressing room, and he looked at me and he's like, hey, where's your brother? And I was like, I don't know. I'm not taking care of him. He's like, look, he's your twin brother. So you have to be everywhere with him. So if he's not here, you're not here. And I was like, oh, all right, I'll go get him. And I had to leave to go get my twin brother.
Leroy.
But that's how amazing he was. Yeah. Wow. Leroy's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Russell really brought us together in a way that, I mean, now looking back, it's just, he really made us into an actual team. I've been on a lot of teams. This was my favorite team that I ever played for. and because it was filled with a bunch of guys that I really, really liked. And a lot of that was because he would put us in situations where we were just always together, socializing. And so a big thing about hockey teams isn't just talking about hockey. It's about talking about girls, about going and having some beers. It's about, you know, and he brought us together. He got us all team jackets.
Yeah.
So we all had these jackets. We were walking around.
There's one.
We were the top of the walk wearing our Mystery Alaska jackets around that he designed. And it was like we were a team. On and off the ice.
Yeah, that chemistry was unmatched.
I got this too. I know. There it is.
Oh, look at that.
There we go.
I still have mine framed. It's still at home. I still have my weeks framed. But he did do that, though. You're right, Tree. You're right, Kevin. I've never felt like more of a rookie than I felt like in the film, but also as an actor and also in everything. I just felt like a rookie throughout the whole thing. But I think that totally came through everybody, right? It was like, you know, it was that team dynamic so whatever rookies are out there, you know, it'll be
Stevie
okay.
speaking for the rookies.
Your first year, it's a rough one, but
it's an important inspiration, right there.
You have to go through it. And you make lifelong teammates.
I'd like to say, hey, you guys, enjoy the game. The cold is part of the element of surprise. But the ice, it's so hard and fast. And if it's snowing, everything will slow down. But, you know, just enjoy the speed and that sound. The sound on that outdoor ice is amazing.
I'll add to that. Also, be careful that the icicles don't form too big on your eyelashes, mustache, and beard, because they will in that cold weather. When you start sweating, I promise you it will happen at some point. So keep your face mask from not fogging up, boys.
Watch out for holes in the ice. It gets pretty chippy, and if you get a stretch pass up the middle, keep your head up.
Keep your head up. Yeah. Head was down.
Head was down.
If any of you boys are complaining, make sure that the ones from the north, make sure you razz them out pretty well. Kick their butt a little bit.
Lake Tahoe is just such a spectacular place to look around, drink it all in, look at those mountains, and stay out of the casinos.
You know, I'm kind of with Adam. It's so spectacular doing it outside. It's you might just kind of lose yourself and lose track of the competition. But the thing I learned, and I learned to skate up there and learned to play. I played in the Sunday game. Was don't lace your skates too tight because it actually your feet get colder faster. So leave some room in there for some insulation.
Mystery team players, the team of Mystery. It's been so great to have you all be here together for this conversation. It's the first time we've all been together in the Zoom locker room in a very, very long time. It was great to see everybody feel the spirit of the game and remember why we love hockey.